And the person who was there to receive the instruments of power was my father. So it was not going to be possible to see AKENA kneeling in Kololo when the national anthem for Uganda is being played. But that doesn't mean I'm not hurt. It doesn't mean I am not breaking inside. Please.
Jimmy AKENA, the UPC president, came out and cried like a baby on the floor of parliament. Some people mocked Jimmy AKENA, but for an old person to cry in public, it shows something. Most especially in our African culture and the Luo culture at large. A person is not considered to cry in public, it's the fact. So Jimmy AKENA crying on the floor of parliament, it shows some deep pain within his heart. He came out to say that General MUSEVENI blocked him from becoming president, yet he wanted to fight for the image of his late father, Obote. We all know that Obote was dislodged by General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. It is the truth. So, since Obote has a son in AKENA, I think AKENA was fighting hard to redeem the face of his father, but also to redeem the image of UPC. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape as Obote was crying. Listen very carefully because it's going to form a basis of our discussion. Here's the tape.
At this moment, carrying out a protest on why I have been denied to be nominated to contest for the presidency of the Republic of Uganda. But I failed to do it at Kololo Independence Grounds. Reason being, Kololo is where the Union Jack went down and the Uganda flag went up. And the person who was there to receive the instruments of power was my father. So it was not going to be possible to see AKENA kneeling in Kololo when the national anthem for Uganda is being played. But that doesn't mean I'm not hurt. It doesn't mean I am not breaking inside. Please. I am asking this one, and I'm asking you people on the front bench. Tell the president, stop this. It's wrong. It is wrong.
That is Jimmy AKENA. So you clearly see that Jimmy AKENA is crying from the bottom of his heart. So we must ask our questions. Why? One, truth is, UPC, the first UPC, was one of the best deliveries in terms of development. That is Obote one. I'm not a supporter of UPC. And I come from Central region where UPC under the Obote regime or under Obote 2 did some atrocities. But UPC 1 was one of the best government. The only thing UPC failed was to answer the Buganda question. So after Museveni removing Obote from power, and what pains me is that the same things that Museveni accused Obote of doing is doing them at the extra mile. Be it fighting kingdoms. He attacked the Mumbere's palace. You remember the Kayumba of Uganda, etc. Be it abductions, Pandagari and Amin, they are being done. Be it electoral malpractice, they are being done. Okay? So, AKENA felt like he has to redeem his father's image. And I think he's the right person to do it, not his grandson. AKENA has had an opportunity of going on the ball so that he can dispel the bad image of UPC. I don't know how successful it was going to be, but I think he would have tried. It is the truth. And I think AKENA started by galvanizing the Lango sub-region to vote for UPC. In fact, if I was AKENA right now after being denied for run for president, instead of sitting down, run as an MP, you better be in the system than being outside and wait maybe for another opportunity. You never know, it may come. Sometimes fighting for the image of something doesn't necessarily mean that you will win the presidential campaign, but you can make a statement. AKENA being on the ballot could make a statement. I keep on telling people that in the last election, the Lango sub-region voted for Museveni at almost 80%. But the representation under local government was under UPC. For MP, it was shared. So it means that AKENA being on the ballot would take away the vote of General Kaguta Museveni was going to get in an election. It is the truth. And for me, I was an advocate of AKENA working with Ubon. If indeed they want to put away General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, it can be possible. Because AKENA is Lango sub-region is predominantly opposition, just that if they lack a person to show them the direction to a certain candidate, it can bring a problem. This is the truth. I keep on telling people that under the true democracy, no political party can be strong everywhere. Even in America, there are some counties or federal states that are Democrats or conservatives. Even if you do what, there's no political party that can be strong everywhere. And in Uganda, it can even be more worse. We are under tribes and religions. So thinking that you can have a political party that can cut across the entire country is a lie. Some of the time when you want to remove the dictatorship, you must work with people. Just that in Uganda, even those political parties who pose as opposition, they don't have a stronghold. The only party that have stronghold in Uganda are UPC and NUP. If they work together, they can bring something formidable on the table. So AKENA crying, it's not supposed to be taken for granted. He has something burning in his heart. Of course, as my opinion, remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi. Sulaiman Maga, the next MP for Makindi constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.